So today we're here with super late model driver Natalie Decker, and I want to say I'm happy to be here speaking with you. And start off with, well, I guess kind of the most basic question of all. How did you get started in motorsports?
Well, I grew up around snowmobile racing. My dad, he owns a World Championship snowmobile derby track in Eagle River, Wisconsin.
Okay.
And he grew up racing snowmobiles, bikes, cars, everything.
Gotcha.
So I grew up around the snowmobile part, and then around like 6 or 7 years old, he brought me to a go-kart race, and I fell in love right away. I begged him every day, going to school, to get me a go-kart, and then finally for my 9th birthday, he got me one.
Nice.
And then we just kept moving up in bigger classes.
Okay, so you say you were 9.
Yeah, I was 9.
Okay, all right. What would you say that you love the most about racing?
The people. It's like a whole nother world, a new family. Like, obviously you fight with some of them, but like at the end of the day, we all hang out and have a good time, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, so I guess that's true. You know, sometimes you fight with your family, but then you make up and everything's good, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what would you say some of your career high points are so far?
The biggest one would be when I won at State Park Speedway during the happening, and a lot of bigger name drivers were there, like Johnny Sauter and stuff, but all the super late model drivers from back then that really started super late racing and made it a big thing, and they were the best of the best.
Right.
And they were all there watching. So I won the first race, and then Johnny Sauter won the second race. And then another big accomplishment was I got 3rd in the ARCA race at Norway, Michigan.
Okay, and when was that? When did you?
That was last year. So I'm the highest finishing girl in the ARCA series so far.
Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
That's awesome. On the flip side, what would you say is the most significant challenge that you've had to face as a race car driver?
Well, I'm really young, so I was still in school.
Okay.
Growing up racing, and balancing both of them was really hard. I also played hockey in high school.
Okay.
So trying to stay a teenager and go to school, play hockey, and then be a professional race car driver, it was really hard to balance all of it. But my mom and dad really helped me out a lot with the school part, so they made it a lot easier.
Okay, I'm sure you're probably one of the better scheduled people amongst your friends. You know how to keep to a schedule, what time starts, what time it ends, and all
Yes,
this.
I hate being late.
There you go. Now, I understand your car has a name.
Yes.
Yes. What's the name?
This one's name is Ella.
Okay.
And my first super late model we named Sassy.
Okay.
And then my backup car, we don't have a name for that one yet.
So, how did Ella come about?
We were testing at State Park Speedway, and this was like maybe a few weeks before the season was going to start.
Okay.
And we had to think of a name, and my aunt was there, and the whole crew, except I don't think my mom was there. And I got out of the car after one session, and we were just all trying to think of names and like throwing ideas out there, and my aunt thought of it.
Okay.
And she's like, let's name it Ella, like a Cinderella like story.
Okay.
So if anything big happens, we can use that. And I was like, okay, I like it.
That is good. Okay. You know, most athletes have rituals, that they go through, for good luck or what have you. Do you have any particular pre-race rituals that you go through?
I do not believe in superstition things, or however you say it.
Okay.
I'm like superstitious about superstitions.
I got you.
Does that make sense?
That does make sense. I totally get that. Okay.
Yeah, even in hockey and all my other sports, I never like put my right sock on before my left or nothing.
Okay.
I don't believe in them. If someone gives me like, oh, here's a good luck charm or something, and I put it in my pocket, like the next race, even if I win that race and I have that lucky charm in there, I have to take it out. Because I'm like, I don't believe that's why I won.
Sure.
We have to win without doing that. Like, I was brushing my teeth before every race,
Mhm.
and I won the first 2 races in a row.
Yeah.
And I was like, this next race, I'm not going to brush my teeth because I know it's not because I'm brushing my teeth. But then we went and won it, and I was like, okay, good.
So that proves it. Just in case
Yeah.
there was any slight doubt you had,
Yeah,
you
I just
figured
have
that
to
out.
prove that that's not what I won.
Awesome. Okay. What responsibility do you feel that you have to your young fans, particularly the girls?
That's a hard question. Okay, I think like just showing them that anything's possible. Like I started out when I was 9 racing go-karts,
Okay.
and in 10 years, because I'm 19 now,
Mhm.
it only took me that long to be in the hardest and fastest class
Absolutely.
at short track racing. So just to show them that they can do whatever they want, like if it's going to the Olympics in gymnastics or
Right.
playing hockey and getting on that good college team. That
So just really showing them, demonstrating really that if you put in the time, the hard work, the effort, it'll pay
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So just in general, what does all the fan support mean to you?
That means the world to me. I don't run my Facebook, but my aunt and my mom do, and I'll go and look at all the comments and stuff.
Right.
But if we have a bad night or even a good night, just all of their support and what they say, it's all positive. And it really keeps me up and keeps my confidence going.
That's great. That's great. I guess that's it with social media. It really is possible both for the fans to feel, close to you or whoever their favorite driver is, and vice versa. You have that energy that you get, from what they post. Yeah, absolutely. One of the issues as more and more women are coming into motorsports is, the issue of, sexism, that kind of thing. Have you ever experienced anything like that yourself in terms of people who think, oh, well, girls shouldn't be racing or something like that?
Well, I mean, I've had people come up to me and yell at me for moving them out of the way or doing something, and they're like, you don't know what you're doing, you're a girl and stuff.
Yeah.
But then I just tell them, look, so-and-so did that to you last week, and it was
Right.
fine. Once I'm racing, I'm out there, I'm just another race car driver.
Sure. So I guess that's it. You kind of call them on what they're saying, and at the
Yeah.
end of the day, they don't really have anything they can back it up. So, especially when you beat them. So
Yeah, that's my thing. If someone's gets upset with me or is mad at me or doesn't like me,
Right.
I just try to beat them, and
Yeah.
then it's all done with, and they
Yeah.
don't care, and it's over. They
Yeah.
probably hate me more, but whatever.
Say that's their problem.
Yeah.
Right. Do you think that male drivers who are closer to your age are less likely to have that type of issue in terms of I've always kind of figured
Yeah.
that maybe the older male drivers,
old school guys.
right? So
Yeah.
is that what you've seen, that the
Yeah.
guys your age are more, hey, it's a problem?
Yeah, it is. It's more the old school guys. They're in their 40s, and they've already been to NASCAR, and now they're done. So
Yeah.
they still love racing. So they're back home just doing local things because they can't give it up yet. You're addicted to it.
Right.
But then all the guys my age, it's the new norm now. So
Sure.
it's normal to have girls in guys sports
Yeah.
these days, and we're all friends. It's
Sure.
it's almost like going to school. They might be a little bit older, a little bit younger than me,
Right.
but we all hang out and have a good time together, and we try to share the memories.
So what does it mean to you to have the strong support that you have from your family?
Well, I definitely wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing without my parents,
Yeah.
because they support me financially most of the time. We get a few sponsors every once in a while, but that's the biggest thing, is I wouldn't be able to do that myself.
Sure.
And then they own a racetrack together, so they should be there every day working and getting things ready for events, but they're leaving that and coming with me to my races in the camper and spending time with me. So it's just a huge family sport for me.
Absolutely.
I do it with my family rather than my parents paying a team to take care of me and take me racing, which means a lot.
Absolutely. Now, I understand, I guess you have a couple of cousins who are also in the racing biz, right?
Yes, my two cousins were even neighbors.
Okay, okay. And what are their names?
Paige and Claire. Paige is the older one and Claire is the younger one, and then I'm the youngest.
Gotcha, okay. Yeah, I guess, was it earlier this year that the three of you were in a Camping World race? Yeah. Now, what track was that at?
Martinsville.
Okay. How did you and your cousins do in that race?
I didn't make the race.
I see.
So, and then they both did. I don't really remember how they did in the race,
Okay.
but it was really cool to do it with them, all three together, just because my grandparents could come there. Our whole family was there.
Right.
Just spending time together at the racetrack at one of the higher levels, you know, and at Martinsville. That is by far one of my favorite racetracks. I've been going there, I think, since 8th grade, almost every year, going to one race,
Okay.
watching the truck race there.
Right.
So I really love that track.
Okay, and so yeah, just like you say, in terms of just the overall experience of being there and, you know, in that environment, I guess that was pretty special too, right? Just interacting with the other drivers who were in that series.
Yeah, we were pitted next to Johnny Sauter, and I grew up watching the Sauters race,
Okay.
super late. So now I'm racing against them in super
Yeah.
late, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And then, so we're good friends already. So being pitted next to him made me really comfortable because I could go over there and talk to him and like tell him what I was struggling with. And he helped me with my problems that I was having that day.
Yeah.
And like just like calmed me down and was like, it's fine, like don't worry about it. So it was really nice pitting next to him.
Excellent. Okay. So I've seen, I guess it's on your Instagram page, you do a bit of yoga. Yes?
Yes, I
Yes.
do.
I was interested to ask you, how does doing yoga translate into helping you be a better driver?
Well, I believe yoga translates anyone to being a better athlete in anything.
Okay.
More because it takes patience. And because, like, if you can't touch your toes, like, this is just something simple. If someone can't touch their toes and they stretch every day, it's not going to take them 1 or 2 days to be able to touch their toes every single day when they wake up in the morning. Just reach down and touch their toes.
Right.
So it's patience to every day stretching, and then finally, like, you can go a couple days without stretching and you'll still be able to touch your toes. So it's all about patience, and then that helps me with being more patient with people and
Okay.
like my team,
Sure.
and then also on the racetrack.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's like, you know, racing is all about fast, 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 and then you can learn something from the exact opposite, right? With the
Yeah.
yoga. So now you are, I believe, part of NASCAR's Drive for Diversity campaign
Yeah, I was part of their program last year.
last year. What was that experience like?
It was one of the best experiences I went through because I had to leave my high school. I was only a junior, and I had to move out to North Carolina for a year.
Wow, okay.
And so I had to talk to my teachers, get everything transferred online because I still wanted to graduate with my high school class.
Sure.
And it was almost like I went to college 2 years early because everyone out there was at least 22 years or older, 22
Okay.
and older.
Okay.
And a lot of the K&N drivers were going to college there and then also racing. So like I was almost like I was at college, it felt like, but with racing. And I met so many people out there that I wouldn't have been able to met if I stayed home and just raced locally. And I got my face, like I was out there introducing people, and they like heard my name before, but then they actually saw my face.
Okay.
Like there's a really funny story actually. One time I was with my friends. I was with a few friends. They race Xfinity, but we were out downtown somewhere at like some bar, just all hanging out, you know, getting lunch or
Right.
dinner. It was dinner.
Okay.
And I was sitting next to Matt Crafton. Had no idea it was Matt Crafton. We were just having a normal conversation, you know,
Yeah.
like, oh, what are you doing here?
Right.
And like, why are you living here? And he's like, and I introduced myself, and he didn't introduce himself. I was like, hi, I'm Natalie Decker, you know, and he probably just thought I knew who he was
Yeah.
at first. And then he's like, no, I've heard of your name before. And all of a sudden I look across at my friend, I'm like, who is this? She's like, that's Matt Crafton. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, oh, it's so nice to meet you. Can you please help me with my qualifying? Because that's where I struggle.
There you go.
So like it was really cool then to meet him, and then he like helped me and gave me some advice and stuff, and then when I see him at truck races, I don't know if he like fully remembers who I am, but he kind of remembers, and I always wave to him and like go up and give him a hug.
Well, I guess that's really part of it, of getting better in your craft, your sport, is keeping, I guess, a certain degree of humbleness about you. Like you know who probably knows something about, like you say, qualifying more than you do, and so it's not a problem to go up and say, hey, can you teach me a few things, right?
Yeah.
Because it seems like sometimes, especially people that are just starting out, they may have defenses up and think, oh, well, I have to act like I already know everything. But of course,
yeah,
you can't
I
know
always
everything.
try to learn something from everyone. So
Yeah.
when I realized who I was talking to, it was kind of dark in there, okay? So like I really didn't know.
Well, and in all fairness, he probably should have said, hey, I'm Matt Crafton,
So, but when I had that opportunity to talk to a truck driver who does amazing things, and I watched him, and as soon as I heard it was Matt Crafton, I obviously knew who it was.
Sure.
I had a great opportunity to try to learn something of where I was struggling in, and I knew he could help me. And I came back home then a couple weeks later, and I was never able to qualify into an ARCA race, and I think I qualified. They take the top 16, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I qualified 11th or something, and I was so happy because I did exactly what he said.
Absolutely.
And it worked.
I guess my final question for you would be, what is your ultimate goal?
My ultimate goal is to make it to Sprint Cup, all the way to the top. And I want to work my way up there. I don't want to just, jump into Xfinity or something right away and skip a level. I want to at least do a K9 race or an ARCA race.
Right.
And then race trucks, and then Xfinity, and work my way up and earn respect.
Well, absolutely. I guess I would say anybody who does jump series, I'm sure there's a lot of resentment, and you want to show them, of course, that you have no problem with earning your stripes, or however you want to look at it, and working your way up there. Well, I am pretty sure you're going to make it. All right.
Thank you.
Absolutely, and it has been a pleasure speaking with you. So thank you so much, Natalie.
Thank you. Thank you for talking with me.